ask yourself, why fast food? I asked that myself back in high school, my freshman year, going into COVID. My dad was on a bad trail that would lead to diabetes and obesity. So, in support, me and my family decided we were all going to go on a diet to help him. That meant no fast food and no pop. In months, I started to see a difference in my body. I was slimmer, my acne went away, and I had a control over food. I was one of many Americans today that realized that connection between fast food and your body. There are physical and mental effects that fast food can have, not to mention financial obstacles. And there are many of billions of animals harmed every year because of it. So why should people cut or reduce their intake on fast food? In a newspaper in 2021 by Timothy Huszar called Fast Food Affects Short-Term, Long-Term Physical, Mental, and More, said that multiple short and long-term effects that start cannot be reversed. Short-term effects include a spike in blood sugar and blood pressure, increased inflammation throughout the whole body, effects in nutrient intakes immensely, and it can start a terrible habit of binge eating. A long-term effect can include slow digestive system, a weakened immune system, an increase of allergies, heart disease, obesity, and it can weaken your memory, which leads to Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. Some mental effects do include prone to depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem. In a movie called What the Health, made in 2017, Kim Anderson said that they sent a group of researchers to many different fast food and family restaurants. They found out that every single restaurant had carcinogens in their food, and that is the same thing that causes cancer. Down the line, the expenses of cancer treatments and health insurance will cost a lot. You can stop that now and start to cook at home instead. It saves money and helps you gain control of how much you eat and what you eat. According to the U.S. News and Report website, in 2023, Jeffrey Williams wrote in Is Fast Food Cheaper Than Home Cooking? Said that the Bureau of Labor Statistics put out a survey, and the results said that Americans spend on average of $2,375 per year on fast food. When comparing a fast food meal to a home-cooked meal, the fast food meal is cheaper. If you include multiple fast food meals and multiple home-cooked meals, the home-cooked meals will be cheaper since you are able to freeze and refrigerate your foods to extend shelf life, and you can buy at the grocery store in larger quantities. It is a lot to handle at first. Home cooking is really hard. It takes time, experimentation, and a sense to commit to it. The need of cooking will ultimately turn into a hobby, which hopefully can turn into a passion that can lead to a job. Fast food employees are not qualified and don't have to be to work at their job to handle food. In 2002, a book called Fast Food Nation: The Dark Side of the All-American Meals, Eric Schlosser wrote that the meat industry uses the same assembly line as fast food, which creates mindless jobs, and they get paid at a cheaper rate. They hire cheap and replaceable workers, and they keep them for less than 6 months to not get any benefits or even a raise. So they're paid at minimum wage to do useless tasks. If you reduce the intake of fast food, the business will have to limit their hours and eventually go out of business. If a whole community does this, it'll increase pay and reduce mindless jobs in their community. The last thing we need to think about are the animals. Animals are the true ones suffering in this problem. They sacrifice their lives to feed us every day and every month of every year, and we turn it around to eventually kill ourselves. On the PETA website in 2021, in the article Cows, Chickens, Fish, and Other Animals Used for Food, over 29 million cows are killed and sold to fast food chains to produce processed food, and an estimate of 9 billion chickens are used to do the same, with 305 million hens who are used for their eggs. There are also millions of pigs being killed every day to be sold to those fast food restaurants, with over 1 million that die in transportation and over 40,000 who are injured upon to arrival of the slaughterhouses. Fishes, however, are killed more than all the other animals combined, which is over tens of billions of fish and shellfish. All these animals died to give their natural nutrition to us, but we make them so innutritious that it causes us to lead to our deaths. After all the deaths of both humans and animals that have been caused because of fast food, where does this lead us now? Hopefully, it leads you to want to make a change in your life. You can start little with just little changes of yourself. You can see a difference as time goes on and save money and gain the control that you once had over food. You can make a community better with eliminating the mindless jobs with the minimal pay, and you will save animals along with your life. It only takes one step to help better yourself and to inspire others to change. After listening, I hope you start second-guessing why you are buying and supporting from these chain restaurants and begin to free yourself from the chains that they hold on you. Ask yourself, why fast food?